Now let's do some politics. And the newly elected chairman of the governing NPP, Freddie Blay, has mounted a spirited defense of his decision to acquire 275 buses for the party. Ahead of his election, the NPP chairman came under heavy criticism for seeking an $11 million loan to purchase the buses for the various constituencies. Many, including civil society organizations as well as the minority in parliament, have called for a probe into the source of funding for the vehicles. We've also been given different accounts of how he sought funding to procure the very first 100. Let's look at some of those before we hear from Mr. Freddie Blay. Now, Freddie Blay spokesperson Richard Nyama said this on JoyNews, that the $3 million of his own money was used as deposits for the buses. I'm talking about Mr. Freddie Blay's money. As far as he's concerned, that $3 million came from Mr. Freddie Blay. Editor-in-chief of the Negotiating Guide, Abdul Malik Kweku Bako, said this on Newsfile. The $3 million of his own money was used as deposit for the buses, just as the previous speaker said on JoyNews. Well, let's hear what the NPP treasurer, Abankwa Yebua, also said earlier at the on Saturday in Koforidua. He says he's not aware that the party had been informed of any such project. So you see the clear contradiction that we're referring to there. The newly elected national organizer, Samir Uku, has this to say. Mr. Blay owns a media house, a law firm, has been member of parliament and second deputy speaker for years. Therefore, he has the muscle to procure 275 vehicles. So is it Mr. Freddie Blay's own money, or is it the party's? I mean, did he do this by himself, or is it the party's money? Mr. Blay himself says he has nothing to hide and has been explaining these in detail to my colleague Kojo Yankson.
The minority now says they are going to call for investigation.
Ignore them. That's my attitude. Ignore them. I heard somebody like he. I will pardon him. He doesn't understand it. Some members of the minority party, I'm talking about NDC, I've heard them on radio, that they should also do the same thing. If some say they won't do it, but rather want to call for an investigation into where I had the means, I say, why not? Maybe they should start with a bank, go and ask the bank. They need not announce it. They should proceed. Some even said that they have asked Martin Amidu to do that. We'll find out why Martin Amidu to do what? To investigate. Well, if you want to say that Freddie Blay have no ideas to bring to help, to get bank to help, let's investigate. But I find it a poverty of thought of some individuals. If for propaganda purposes people want to do that, look, ignore them. My only worry is that individual like Togbe Afede has come in, mentioned it. Former President John has even descended, but from a different angle.
You saw his tweet?
Togbe Afede says what? He says perception of corruption and vote buying. I'm disturbed. I find it that maybe he doesn't understand what he's talking about. In his position as president of the House of Chiefs in this country, him, maybe from nowhere he's also risen to become president, or he has become a big businessman in this country. Maybe he has never asked for loans. He got the money all from selling palm wine to get to there. Maybe I'm also sweeping streets and I've had that ideas. Why not? Or he prefers only to be the only person. We should do that. Vote buying. Vote buying.
Freddie Blay there, he certainly, from the look of things, can't come to terms with the accusations leveled against him.